Hey guys, I hope you're hungry. Welcome back to Full Incense. My name is Jericho, and this is Final Fantasy X HD. In the last episode, we conquered the Temple of Djose, and did not, despite my fears, end up screwing up the recording. So we back.
Get ready for the...
So, one thing that's new this week, there wasn't an episode of Final Fantasy on Wednesday, and that will be the schedule going forward. So the idea now is that episodes of Final Fantasy will be Monday and Wednesday. Monday and Friday. Then we have War Stories Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Snacks, my new series, Wednesdays and Saturdays. But to sort of compensate a little bit, the episodes of Final Fantasy are going to start to be longer. We were in the 10 to 15 minute range, now I'm thinking more 20 to 25. And that way, we can still have close to the same amount in a week, so we can make sure we still get to the end of the game. Was this chest always here? Switch hitter. I think that's a special weapon for Wakka. Let me go ahead and equip that real quick. That's quite good. I like having sensor on somebody else, but that's a good bit more strength. Let's use that for now. I can't go any further. I don't know how to trigger unit coming out. Maybe I guess I have to talk to everybody.
The night, and our journey begins anew.
We're leaving once you...
Oh yeah, you already said that.
Donna has left. Isaru too.
Those are two of the rival summoners. Maybe I just need to leave.
Leaving once you...
Oh no, Wakka doesn't like it. Maybe I need to go back in the temple. That is one thing that I do not like about this game, and I think it relies on a little bit too heavily, is like just having to walk around and do stuff at random just to trigger events. Like that, it's unnecessary. That they could do it a lot more artistically, I think.
She was working until dawn, healing the wounded, sending the fallen.
Okay.
I'm gonna wake her up.
I guess I'll just let her sleep for now, then.
He sounds so sad and disappointed. I guess I won't be a jerk.
Morning.
Look at that thing on the left, just racing towards the center. You'll get there, buddy.
It's morning. I'm so sorry. I'll get ready right away. Just a moment.
I have to sit by this treasure chest. Now that's done.
It's okay.
Now I have to kneel in front of this barrel. That's done. I need that chest. Let me back in. No! No! Why? Okay, maybe I can go back.
Oh, sleepyhead.
Like her hurrying is just her walk animation at twice double speed.
Please forgive me.
I think this is Yuna's theme. I really like it.
Your hair.
A summoner with bad hair. What's the world coming to?
You could have woken me up.
Wakka having plenty of room to talk
to you,
with
all that
hairstyles.
What is it today? Everyone's picking on me.
What is this camera angle? Look at the necks.
You too, Sir Orin?
No, I was thinking about a monster I just murdered.
Hair, we leave.
Aww. Orin can have fun too.
I hadn't really laughed like that in a long time.
Since
It was only later that I realized. The only one really laughing then was me. Laughing must have been the only thing
everyone else
keeping
was
them going.
angry and sad. Okay, okay. Treasure chest. This will teach me I always need to check these side rooms. I'll do it beforehand next time. It's probably gonna be something stupid I don't need, but I mean I just got a new item for Wakka,
I'm
so.
going back to Besaid.
Oh.
With Luzu gone.
Yeah. It'd be hard fighting alone, wouldn't it?
Sure sucks that your friend died.
Most of the other Crusaders have already left.
to the far
I'll go
plane, right?
soon.
They're dead. Poor Gata. Poor Luzu. That's really sad. That's a tragedy. Remedy. Well, that's decent. I'm pretty sure that's like a full heal. It will cure whatever status ailment. You gotta check the one on the other side. So I'm sorry. So the last episode kind of got messed up in spite of myself because I was really worried about. I messed up hitting the save on the record, so I was scared that I had messed it up, and I ended up spending the Mega Phoenix. That's super good. That'll revive 2 party members at once. So I spent the latter half of the recording complaining because I was really worried, and since I had saved my data, like, there was really no way I could go back and recreate it, you know, even if I would want to. I'm big on, you know, raw and real. That's why I don't do a whole lot of editing. I just try to give it what I've got. But anyway, I wouldn't have been able to go back anyway, and I was so upset, but it ended up being perfectly fine, so I'm sorry about that in the last episode. Alright, let's hit the road. I don't really remember what's next. I think the next big town with the temple is Guadosalam, which is Seymour's home and the home of all Guado, but I could easily be wrong on that. And if so, I believe we'll ride the Shoopuf. I thought it was Yuna for a second. Oh. Yeah, so the Yevon, I mean, the Temple of Yevon was successful. Like, they wanted to prove that, wow, that's pretty good. Magic plus 20%. I don't really want to give up Sensor. Like, that's such a good weapon, but, since I have Kamari learning Lulu stuff on the Sphere Grid, that might come in handy later on. But anyway, Yevon's goal of, you know, putting the Crusaders and the Al Bhed in their place really ended up paying off. As sad as it is for the world. $10 potions, that's good too. I need to go back and talk to this other guy in case he had something for me as well. Nah, he won't. The Crusaders deeply regret their actions, so I believe it's time to put the past behind us and forgive them. Yevon shall forgive those. Hey, there we go. I got stuff. They
Off so
gave
early?
me some cool
Lady
presents.
Yuna, you must be exhausted after working so hard last night. Will you be okay?
I feel that I have rested enough, but thank you for your kindness. Will you be leaving too?
Yes.
Why did she say that so weird? They got the Yuna voice double to do that line.
To replace those we have lost.
Once we find chocobos, our mounted forces will ride again.
Huh? Aren't you missing someone?
Captain! Wait for me!
What took you so long? We're leaving.
I can't ride on a chocobo.
You expect me to keep up with a chocobo?
Only one person
Lady
can
Yuna,
ride per chocobo?
I wish you good fortune. Elma, Clasco, let's go.
Ma'am.
Hey?
Ma'am.
Can I just rest a sec?
A?
No complaints.
That's what you get for being the grunt, Clasco. What's the name of the Nickelodeon company? Klasky Cupo, something like that, that would play after, like, Rugrats episodes?
Where to next?
I think it's
We cross the
Klasky
Moonflow.
Scoopo, but it's like lots
Gotcha.
of wacky letters.
Moonflow, baby, here we come.
Whoa! Ah, that's where this other route went. So I think I am correct. It's not time for the Shoopuf. I was wrong about that, but the Moonflow does lead to Guadosalam, if memory serves. So that's our next port of call. And there we will learn more about what really is going on with the Temple of Yevon and Seymour specifically. Let's see if we got some new enemies here. Nope, a fat one, a fast one, and a cold one. Once again. But luckily I already have the squad I need. And I have Fear now. Although a lot of these guys don't really need the, like, it's overkill. But, you know, you don't really have to worry about MP in this game. It gets healed automatically whenever you touch a save sphere.
That's how it's done.
And I'd rather be, you know, a little bit wasteful, because sometimes you get the overkill bonus, which gives extra experience, and sometimes, you know, maybe it just wouldn't do quite enough with the initial spell.
We can all learn a lesson from what has happened to the Crusaders.
Why are they standing like this? You can't even see
Only the
Shalinda.
truly faithful have a
When
hope
she
of defeating sin.
scrooges out to the side. I don't even know why that needed a cutscene, if I'm honest.
Thinking of going to Guadosalam. I have not spoken with a Guado for some time.
Okay. Good talk. You're weird. I need to go back into that little baby path and see if there's any presents.
Think of it as training.
Not again. Whoa!
Go, go, go!
Relax, Waka. Okay, I think these guys have an elemental weakness, and if so, I can use Kamari, and I can also use Kamari to check what that elemental weakness might be because he has scan. Yes, fire is super effective against that guy, and water on this guy. So let me use water on him because he has a lot less HP. I have more chance of taking him out. Yeah, Kamari's magic isn't that good, so I think I should go ahead and switch to that other, halberd, just so I'm getting these kills. And then
So
maybe I'll switch Waka back to the weapon with, to the weapon that has a sensor, so I still have it on the party. Yeah, 13,000 damage. I really like that sound effect of his blitzball hitting the opponents. It's a very satisfying, believable. There you go. Okay, let me go ahead and do that before I forget. So Waka will go back to Scout, so he has sensor on the party, and I'll have Kamari use this magic 20% halberd. We still can't customize weapons yet, but hopefully that will come pretty soon. I am really big on custom. Yeah, there we go. That's why we do it. 3 level 1 key spheres. That's nice. Customization is a big selling point in games to me, and mostly because the #1 thing I most care about in a game is replay value, and that's why Pokemon will never be topped, because it has infinite. It just defines everything good about replay value, if you ask me. So customization really appeals to me because it just adds it intrinsically, makes it better. Makes the replay value better, I should say. That was not a very good sentence. They tell me I'm well-spoken, but then I have these episodes. Yeah, I get overkill every single time with Fiora. That victory pose. How would I not fall in love with her when I was a kid? Come on now. Is that the... I think that's Kamari's Ronso buddies. A Lord Ochu and a little baby. Oh, this is just regular Ochu, so it won't take quite as much. So let me go ahead and get Waka in here so I can see what his stats are. Weak to fire. I can just switch straight up back out to Lulu. And that is why we need something with sensor. I can't monitor the HP, but I mean, shouldn't take too long regardless. This was a well, I'm gonna leave. I was gonna have Kamari so that he could do fire damage as well, but Kamari will just get killed because the Ochus are gonna attack next. So now I can switch him in, have him attack, have Lulu attack, and have then have Orin switch for Yuna and heal Kamari before the enemy will get another chance to attack. And that's the strategy. Switching your party in and out, like this game doesn't penalize before, like a lot of other RPGs, including Pokemon. Oops.
Training, huh?
That was cool. That conversation was from the last episode.
Summoner Yuna, ready.
Yikes. Yes. So going in and out, like that's why it's really good to have your party pretty balanced, like I'm doing this time. It just gives you that many more options. So somebody else on my party has something with scan, or yeah, scan or sensor, I should say. I'm thinking on a future episode I might turn the classic soundtrack on back on for a little while. Because as much as I love the remix, I do get a little tired of like the butt rock guitar and that sort of thing. It would be nice to hear the traditional music for a little while. So Kamari is poisoned, but so I can have Yuna heal that with Asuna on her turn. I do like these, like they're essentially mini bosses. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. I mean, as long as they're not too often, it's nice to have, you know, a little test of your skills, and it's not just the same fast one, fat one, cold one every single time. This will finish him off. Oof. I'm happy about my new plan. You know, to incorporate snacks more and change up my schedule a little bit, because it's nice to, I think that way I'll accomplish more. I mean, it'll be longer, but I'll accomplish more in each episode of Final Fantasy as well. Like, I would have already probably cut this episode off, and all I did was leave and walk down the road a little bit.
Looks just like him.
What?
What? But now I can go a little bit further and at least see this story.
All fours. Hornless goatlings. Hornless.
If you remember, or maybe you weren't watching then, these is Biran and Yemki, who are Kamari's childhood bullies, who were hassling him in, I think, Luca, but I can't remember when that was. Wait, there's a reckoning with them later on in the game.
Will be Kimari's summoner.
That's mean.
Oh, Kimari lost his horn. Next lose his summoner. Pitiful
Super mean.
Kimari. Howl alone. Howl alone.
I hate them. They have cool designs though. I like how they're similar, and they all look similar to, like, all three look similar, but they have their own thing.
Something against you?
No, random jerks.
What? They were just picking on you?
Kimari will deal with them.
And I'll help.
Kimari alone.
Howl alone. Didn't you hear taunting?
It's Kimari's problem.
I'm just gonna watch, maybe laugh. Everyone knows the rules of Ronso feuds.
Let the Ronso deal with Ronso problems, yeah? That's how it's always been.
I mean, I'm worried about those summoners disappearing.
I literally couldn't care less about Kimari and his fate and that of his people.
Hey, if we Guardians do our job, no problem, right?
Oh.
Confident.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, that is literally their job, so it's good of Tidus to be confident. Although, a bit, you know, typical of Tidus. X potions, I think, either do 1,000. I think they do 1,000 because I think max potions is everything. So that's the downside of these, is now I have another one. Yeah, exactly. Ugh. But this time, I'll do it a little bit smarter, and I'll have Tidus use his speed altering stuff to let Lulu move faster, so she can just keep blasting him with Fira. Dun, dun. I did talk about in the last episode that I was gonna think about speeding up some of the random battles, but it's part of the game. I don't know. I'm still kind of torn about that. Until I see one way or the other in the comment section, I'm probably gonna leave it alone, to be honest. It's quite simple, but I really love how her animations get sped up with haste. It's a cool effect. I may as well hasten Kimari as well. And I can't remember if I switch Tidus out and like if I switch Kimari out when he returns, if he'll still be hastened, but we'll have to see. This might be a waste because the next attack could easily kill Tidus at only 371. Yeah, barely survived. But this will finish that thing off, so it doesn't really matter. If you're new to the series, the reason I don't ever do my level ups is I just do that off screen. I don't like, there's enough nonsense, like right now, me struggling to find cure. That takes up the time in the videos that I just do this sphere grid on my own time. And if there's ever a big update, like I learn new moves or figure something out, I always just share it whenever I can.
Fight, fight, fight.
Tidus is the biggest complainer.
So who's next?
I think this is one reason why I gravitated towards these three as my favorites, is because a lot of the times, like you'll have to use Waka and then Yuna for healing, but this is just like the squad. Like so often, it's a fast one, a fat one, a cold one, and then occasionally a flying one. But basically, you're just good with my favorite three. But it's been fun having a more balanced team this time around and seeing a little bit of everybody. There may or may not be another party member that I'll add later, and it may or may not be difficult to keep him or her also balanced, but I will definitely try to continue it because, like I said, I'm enjoying it. Another reason why I wouldn't really bother speeding up the creature battles is that took like 20 seconds anyway, and I don't know, it's just part of it. I would feel like it wasn't getting the whole experience of the game. Like, this isn't meant to be a speed run or a super condensed, you know, master's playthrough. I'm just having fun, so I hate it when there's no way to escape unscathed, though. At least he didn't poison me. Now, I'm pretty sure this guy is weak to some sort of element, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to switch out to Laka and let him deal with this. That way he can get some licks in. It was weak to ice, so I can remember that for next time. Chugunk. Which makes sense. Ice is super effective against flying, after all. I do reference Pokemon so much on this show, and that's because it's my favorite. You know, Full Incense is an item in Pokemon. I use a lot of, you know, Pokemon in my, I guess, branding, you would call it. And I do plan to bring Pokemon to the channel. I want to find some way or the other, but that's all, you know, still down the road. But that's just where I'm coming from. If you were curious. A lot of the times, if you don't have something with sensor, you can just sort of discern their elemental strengths and weaknesses just by the abilities they use. Like this guy used lightning, so that he probably is a lightning type himself. So if you use water, you can take him out. Only 16 HP left. What a waste. Sploosh. So the one drawback to doing the little bit longer episodes is every single one will have a little tiny cut in it, like that has a little wipe, and it usually continues right where I left off. But that's kind of unavoidable, just the way I have to do my recording. But anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's episode right here. I believe that's I get their names mixed up. I think this is the other summoner that we had the summon battle with the two Ifrits like 3 or 4 episodes back while we were on the Mihan High Road, and that might take a little while, and I don't want to push this episode past too much longer, so I guess I'll go ahead and call it quits right here. So thank you so much for watching. As always, like or dislike, leave your comments as to why below, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss Final Fantasy or any of my other content. Once again, from now on, episodes of Final Fantasy are Monday and Friday only. But thank you so much for watching. I don't know about you guys, but I'm full.